You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
With a brand new album out.
That's right.
Yes.
Joe!
What's up? What's up?
What's up, sir?
Everything's good. How y'all feeling this
We
morning?
blessed. Am I assuming that you got to perform the theme song of Power in your shows now?
yeah.
You have to,
no.
right?
Everybody, every city is a big rich town. It's funny. Yeah,
That's a popular
every
song
city.
on its own without the show. So.
It is. I mean, we stumbled upon something that was pretty cool. You know, it's such a New York record. But like I mentioned before, anywhere I go, it could be Birmingham, Alabama. It could be, Jackson, Mississippi. You know, when I do the record, everybody feels like, you know what, this is my song. So they gravitate to it.
And you've had a nice history with 50 Cent and G Unit.
Indeed. That's
Kind of like an
that's my
unofficial
people.
member.
You're right. You know, crazy is at one point they a lot of people thought I was signed to G Unit, which wouldn't have been a bad thing, but but I was trying to be in position just like G Unit, just like Bad Boy and Cash Money, and that's where I am now. Just trying to build my own legacy.
Was Big Rich Town written specifically for Power, or was it a show that you had that they were like, oh, this would be great for the show?
In the song, yeah.
Well, 50 came up with the idea, so I'm assuming since he, Power is his thing, that he always had that in mind. Like, this is going to be a song, the theme song for Power. For me, I was in the dark. I really didn't know what he was going to do with it. He just called me and was like, yo, jump on this record. And next thing you know, I know it's opening the show.
Y'all work well together.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out
That's
when I realized that was Joe singing that song. I don't know when it
It
was.
caught a lot of people by surprise.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't think a lot of people knew
Not at first, no.
from the gate that it was me on the record.
Because at first you just start singing it when you hear the theme song. You're just like, this is a bit. Everybody's
Yeah.
just singing it. You're not even really thinking like, who is this?
Right. But what's dope about it? That whole era, that reminds me of the 90s hip hop in a way. It's musical, it's like a sample that's there, and the vibe is just so cool. It kind of reminds me of I Want to Get to Know You that I did with G Unit. And it feels right. It just feels right.
How do you feel when you hear Big Pun's music now? Because we just celebrated his birthday.
Oh, yeah. Big shout out to his family. Man, that was an era. Terror Squad. Big shout out to Fat Joe. We connected on a major level. So when I hear Player, I would love to hear more of his original version too. Because what we did, we took my song "Don't Want to Be a Player," and I forget the name of his record that he had out at the time. I don't think it was called "Still Not a Player."
Yeah, that was the remix. It was the
remix,
I'm
right?
not a player. I just crush a lot.
But he had another song. I think it might have been his first single. And whatever that first single was, his flow on that song was it was sick. It was sick. And so when I got the
You
opportunity,
talking about the Diamond Baby? You're my
That's the one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sharp, man. He's sharp, Charlamagne. Yeah. Crazy. His flow on the record was just insane. And so I was already a fan at the time, of Pun. And when Joe came to the session, he was like, "Yo, let's merge the two records together." And it just popped off, man.
The video was
went
dope.
crazy.
The video, it combined the black and the Latino together.
Great concept.
It was dope. It was a great concept.
Yeah, it was. It was fun to do. Really, really a lot of fun. I mean, Pun was always, I'm sure y'all have met him a few times. And
Never
he was
met
just,
him.
Yeah,
You never met
I
Pun?
haven't met him either.
Yeah, no, I have.
Man, great guy. Funny.
guy.
Always
Cracking jokes.
Yeah,
Everybody think
yeah.
it's funny and violent.
I don't know about the violence. I never seen the violence, but I mean, Funny was, he was certainly a comedian. Joe was always that
Joe is funny.
boss and cool guy. He's as he still
Joe
is.
tells the great Big Pun stories all the time, so
Yeah.
I feel like I know him
Yeah.
just from listening to Fat Joe talk about it.
Yeah. But great team, man. Great team. Good work.
But your name is Joe Thomas. Let's not forget it.
Hashtag my name is Joe Thomas.
Why did you
Album in
feel
stores today.
Why did you feel like that had to be the title? I mean, it's your 12th album, and people know you as Joe. Do you feel like what's Joe Thomas?
You always trying to tell people your name, man. You always
Don't forget. No, seriously, really behind hashtag my name is Joe Thomas was an homage to My Name is Joe, the biggest album that I've ever had. Selling over 3 million copies back in like 95, 96. Just wanting to take the music back to that era, so to speak, and where it was just about songwriting and melodies and I mean hip-hop has done so well, and they've sort of subliminally pushed R&B to a backseat, go stand in the corner kind of thing. And for me, it's just, you know what, man, we still here. You know, we still trying to make this music a significant part of the culture. I mean, hip hop is a big part of R&B culture, especially now. But let's not forget that what it was with R&B. It was very classy. It was very respectful. And
something to have sex to, man.
And it started with the songs. Yeah. That too.
I like R&B. I can put on in the bedroom.
Slow groove.
Now, speaking of that, what was your inspiration for this album?
Well, all of those.
Oh, you know where this is going. You see the
We know
setup?
where
Yeah, I already know.
You see the
See the
setup?
setup?
You see the setup?
I mean, I seen you with my girl Roxy.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so
Well, you know, just putting an album together that feels good, you know, being inspired by life in general, not really picking one thing, and but being, you know, involved in all things, you know, just in life, politics, everything that's, you know, that we go through in life. And I think that was important even before us, when you had Marvin Gaye that did the album What's Going On, then he did Let's Get It On. So it was just so many different layers that as a singer that you can express. There was a time where certain record stations wouldn't play hip hop, and now, you know, it's pretty much a normal format. I mean, you still have some that don't, but it's pretty much, it's the new pop music.
But now stations don't really play R&B anymore.
Now
You gotta go
stations-
Urban AC.
Right.
Man, can you believe it? It's insane.
we
Yeah,
just went
they
to go
age- they
see
age you.
Mary J. Blige and Maxwell.
They went to the concert. They
Yeah,
like,
it was
dope
popping.
show.
It
Nice,
was
nice.
incredible.
Yeah,
show.
they age everybody. Miguel can come out and he's Urban AC. Adorn's Urban AC.
Oh,
Like,
automatic. I mean, you got a 3-year window, you know, to be cool.
Do you ever feel
That's it.
like finish cuddling and then get inspired to write a song? Like, how does that happen?
Sometimes. I mean, I like to be alone when because I can be uninterrupted, you know, and just get.
That's a good way to kick a woman out. Could you leave now?
I gotta
write.
I'm feeling
You talk too
inspired.
much, man. You talk
No,
too
you
much.
stay there. I'll be back. Don't leave. Just stay there. I'll be right back. Yeah. But anyway, you know, album's out. You know, today, man, it's exciting day. Album number 12. So it's been a long run for me, man.
I saw
Over
you
20-some years.
You were supporting Hillary. So how'd you feel?
Indeed.
How'd you feel that night, man?
I mean, I'm saddened like everybody else. You know, I mean, it's scary to think that, you know, what could possibly happen. We don't know. We don't know. But when you look at, you know, all the rhetoric that came from Mr. Trump, was something to be concerned about. And you would think that all of Americans would feel that way about it. But you know, but it's a different thing. This is what America wanted, and this is what they got.
Some of America.
Well,
Yeah, some of America.
Did you feel a little depressed?
Not the majority.
I was a little depressed for a couple of days, like kind of in a funk.
you know what? I accepted it. I mean, I accepted it, you know, because I have to at this point. You know, when you changing the change of guards, and now there's a new person of power in position, it's not much you could do. You just kind of got to run with it. I mean, of course, I felt shocked, you know, and surprised that it was as big of a margin it was,
Right.
but it's kind of like, okay, what can you do at this particular point now?
She did win the popular vote, though.
She did win the popular vote.
crazy.
Win the popular vote, right.
And
It just looked, for whatever reason, it looked like a bloodbath, but she won the popular vote.
ain't that something? It's like now education now we need to be educated and educate those about the electoral vote.
Yes.
You know, and there's a lot to it, and I think that's something that should be expressed throughout all radio stations, TV programs, how important it is, you know, to have that electoral vote. Maybe our vote is not counting at that particular point once it gets to that level.
Right.
So it needs to be explained and expressed. So when you are voting for your city councils or those that are in your state, you know, to represent you, you know, you got to look at that as just as important as voting out on election day.
What if Donald Trump is like, Joe, can you come perform at the White House at my inauguration? I want you to do Big Rich Town and Happy Hour. Are you gonna go?
Let me see. Let me see. I have a career. I do have a career. I
better not go, Joe.
gotta feed my family. I would have to
You gotta
think about it.
that black fan base that you've had all these years that's held you down,
Oh,
Judge.
no, of course,
They'll
of
be
course,
so
absolutely.
disappointed.
Oh
I
man,
heard
you
his
know,
favorite song is Big Rich Town.
I don't think so. I don't think so. You like setting me up, don't you, Angela?
You slipped the jab the first time. She swung that Roxy question. Joe was like, whoop. Listen, the state of R&B music
Well, I mean,
is,
you know what? The only reason I felt like it was on the blogs. I mean, I knew, you know, about it, but I was like, I'm not gonna say nothing until it pops up, and then we seen pictures of y'all together.
No, that wasn't meant for you to. His innuendo, and him going back wasn't meant for you to come back.
Bring it
The
back?
question was that's a
That
nice
wasn't a
little
setup.
setup move. It's like, what are we doing?
I like Rapsy and Joe. I like Rapsy and Joe together. I like them
Keep going,
together.
Yee. Keep going, Yee.
Yeah, okay. Thanks, Ivy. Once again, here we go.
Are we still good though? Are we still good?
We are good. We
Okay.
are awesome. We're cool. Well, I don't know what you mean by that, but
I meant you and
me,
Rapsy.
me and you, we're cool. We're cool.
Now, the Charlamagne, do you still get mistaken for Joe sometimes?
I've never got mistaken for Joe. That was Wiz Khalifa said that once.
Oh, okay.
I had on
Wiz said that?
Yeah, I had on a jean
I
suit.
don't even know if I didn't think Wiz knew who I was.
Yeah, you posted a picture. And Wiz was like, he looked like Joe, the singer.
That's funny.
Joe's like, do not insult
Yeah,
me.
do
like,
not
I'm
insult
way
me
better
like
looking
that
than
anymore.
I didn't know you were the
man.
son of two preachers. Son of two preachers? How you
Yeah, mom and pops. Yeah.
Yikes.
Tough. It's like being the first child. You know, like
Yeah.
basically, Malia.
Malia Obama. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like being a president's child.
So you
didn't
couldn't
have
do
sex till you was
nothing.
21.
He didn't say all that.
Yeah, well, you know.
Preachers' kids be the worst kids, though.
Yeah, we are.
And you,
I gotta say, I mean, there's a lot of restriction, and by the time you get the freedom, you don't know how to handle it.
Right.
It's like having a lot of money coming from nothing and getting $30 million or whatever, you know, and you just blow it all.
how do you feel about you pursuing a career in secular music?
You know, it wasn't.
Music
That's what they
like
call
secular.
it. Yeah, secular.
See, R&B gets the secular music. We get no love. We get no love around here. It was just one of those things, man. They respected my decision. You know, me deciding to make a move and to find out where my place in life was. I mean, they didn't stop it. And plus, it was, you know, I got 3 other sisters, 2 other brothers, and we all like a year apart. So they said, well, you know what? We got these other ones to worry about. You go do your thing, and you know, wish you all the best. We're gonna pray for you. And
That
things
prayer
happen.
worked.
Prayer worked.
Yeah.
Prayer always works.
There you go.
Always.
Absolutely.
Are you going on tour?
I'll be on tour next year for sure. Here in the U.S., we're trying to put together a great package, and that's the thing that works for us right now in R&B is that we have touring to sort of, you know, fall back on. If records are not selling, you know, you got to tour, put a tour together, and you make a few coins.
Who would you like to, or do you know who you're going with? What's your package?
You know, I don't know. We did last year. I did. It was me, Charlie Wilson, and Kim, and before that it was me and New Edition. So who knows at this point? I mean,
Right.
it could be me and Tank and Genuine, or I really don't know.
Are you gonna ever do a movie? Because
Mary.
a lot of people that we've been seeing, like New Edition, has their biopic coming out, and we saw Michelle A do her biopic. Is there ever gonna be like a Joe biopic? Is that something you've considered?
You know, that would be cool. I don't think I would do. No offense to Unsung. I don't know if I would. I don't know if I'm ready for Unsung, something like Unsung yet. Because when I look at Unsung, it reminds me of something else that used to happen
Behind the music?
behind the music,
Yeah.
and it was like almost like saying that your career is over.
Yeah, you got to be dead
You
to
know,
get
it
it
was,
unsung.
Well, no, but
Yeah,
New
it was like
Edition
the
has
end
their
of it.
biopic coming, and I think that's pretty.
but that's different.
exciting.
That's
Yeah.
definitely different because
Yeah,
they
like a
tell
biopic.
the history and the story. But obviously, New Edition is still doing their thing.
Right.
I just seen BBD release a single.
Yeah, it went number 1
Yeah,
for a
record
second.
did well.
Yeah.
Early
Yeah,
AC.
yeah, they just released a
Really
single.
well. Mhm.
I've been so out of touch with it, man. I just been locked in on the project and trying to make that, you know, get that to a certain point where it feels good, and now I'm at this point. And I'm excited just to be here and be talking to y'all because y'all are doing so well. Y'all doing amazing.
Praise be to
You're
God.
on Revolt. See y'all on TV. You know, it's and you in so many different markets now.
Mm-hmm.
And I wish y'all nothing but the best, man. Nothing
Appreciate
but
that.
success. You know, congratulations to you all.
Appreciate
Okay.
that. Well, get that album. It
Joe-
comes out
Joe has some
November
great
11th,
curves
which
this
is
morning.
today.
He's done.
My name is Joe Thomas.
Yes.
Hashtag, my name
Album
is
in
Joe
stores.
Thomas.
I wonder when R&B will ever really officially be back. I don't think it left, but when will
Okay. I like how you cleared that one up.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it left, but every time R&B singers come up here, it's about bringing R&B back, whether it's Tyrese, whether it's Neil, they want to bring it back. And I'm like, I don't think it ever left. But what would
Yeah.
make y'all feel like it's getting the respect it deserves again?
Well, I mean, for one, I think selling records. You know, I think that's important to the mentality and the thought process of whether I'm doing good or not. You know, and whether I should continue to keep doing it. I mean, I know a few artists that just came out recently, and they work hard on the album just like, anybody else, and to only sell a few thousand records in the first week, it's sort of like, wow, should I continue doing this? Is it worth it at this point? Does people even care about, me putting an album out? So the thought crosses, the artist's minds at times, but we're in a different stage right now. I mean, it's being taken over by hip hop. Nothing wrong with that because I love hip hop. I'm a big Biggie fan, and
Gucci Mane.
Gucci Mane is on the album. Great dude too, by the way. I mean, really, really, really cool to talk to.
Did you guys do the song together in the studio?
That never happens no more.
I'm just asking. It's a different vibe. I would feel like
it is. But
you send the song over, they send the verse back.
Yeah, I think he was still dealing with some technical issues.
I think he could leave the state at the time.
Right, I believe that's what it was at the time.
Because I know for the new Tribe Called Quest album, Q-Tip said everybody has to come in. That was one rule he made.
Trust me, that's
everybody
dope
on the
when
album
it
had
happens
to come
like
and record together. Like they had to record it there.
I mean, that's dope. When you can do it, that's how me and Mariah did Thank God I Found You. And, her sitting at the board and as I'm doing my vocals was just a very organic and just memorable moment. And you just kind of feeding off of each other. She'll say, well, wow, that's amazing, that's dope. And you just get more encouragement from, that artist that's on the record with you. So it's a special thing when you can get the artists in the studio together.
Right.
But it rarely happens these days.
That's a shame.
Rarely happens, yeah. I like to record my vocals by myself anyway. I like to be home.
Do everything by yourself.
Be the engineer, and, push the button, everything,
Do you write for other artists?
I haven't recently, but in the past I did quite a bit, But I think I might get back into it because I think it was a part of what, that successful time in the 90s when other artists were writing for other artists.
Like Keith Sweat, man, when he was up here and told us all the people that he wrote for songs, I didn't know Keith Sweat wrote.
Yeah.
That were like huge hit songs.
Yeah, Sweat, that's another friend of mine. Been successful for a very long time, and he's like Diddy, can't stop, won't stop.
Continues to be on the road, continues to make money.
You got to, man.
Absolutely.
You got to do it. And by the way, I won't be singing at Trump's.
So now you got to take it back.
I won't be singing at Trump's whatever.
Okay, we thought about it.
Yeah, no, I ain't thinking that. I was just joking around.
Okay.
All right. Well, hashtag my name is Joe Thomas is in stores right now. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
The Breakfast Club. Every weekday morning. Tune in.